Okay, real quick, I'm going to show you how we also have a different tool called PPC Dominator. What's cool about this is kind of in the beginning, we talked about building, phrase, exact, and broad match. I'm just going to go through this really quick. But what's cool about this is so you can just set your campaign name, your daily budget, your end date, all that, all this kind of stuff. The campaigns go up paused by default, and we did this on purpose so that when you upload this to Amazon, you can actually go on Amazon and click into the account and look at it visually to make sure that it looks right. So, we did that kind of once again as a safety. I always set this to enable because I've used this tool a bunch and I know it works well, but that's just kind of a stopgap. So then you just add group one or whatever you want to call it, max ad group bid. If you've never set up a PPC campaign before, this won't make sense to you. So at least get a baseline for that. You would just enter your single SKU or multiple SKUs, whatever this campaign is targeting. So
I just copy those right from my inventory.
Yeah, it's super easy.
I just make up a campaign name, whatever I want to call it, and then daily budget. I leave the end date blank. Do the start date for today. Manual campaign. I disable bid plus. And then you can leave the status as paused because you can go in and unpause it after you upload it.
Yep.
So it's super easy.
Yeah.
You name the ad group, whatever, and then just go into Seller Central into your inventory tab, copy and paste the SKUs of what products you want to add to that ad group. And you just put them right in there, one per line.
Yep. So this.
Yep.
So SKU 1, SKU 2, et cetera, et cetera. So you would do that in a list. The ad group you can leave enabled because if the campaign's disabled or paused, it won't matter there. Keywords, we have a couple of options. We have a keyword search right here, so you can type in like water bottle, search it, and then it'll automatically populate this. You can also paste keywords, and the really cool thing about this tool is I've tried up to 20,000 keywords. I don't recommend that, but you can go super long tail here. You can paste. Like I said, I've tried 20,000. If you go more than that, it might choke your web browser. But it can build campaigns with up to 20,000 keywords. But for example, here we're just going to do. Actually, we'll do this real quick to show you water bottle. I'm just going to use this tool so we can grab some related. This is if you haven't seen this before, this is the free Chrome extension. So we can hit. I don't know if you saw this. I just hit plain text view. Just Control A, Control copy, and then copy into keywords. You just paste it one per line like that. You can see here we've got 707 keywords. And then this is a really, really cool part. So match types, we go broad, phrase, and exact. So we want a broad bid, say of 50 cents. We want a phrase bid of 88 cents. Oops. And we want an exact bid of $1.11.
And how do you usually find the bids, like the suggested bids? What I do is I go into Seller Central and Campaign Manager, and I'll start creating a campaign and just see what the suggested bid is, and that's how I set mine. But do you have a way to do this?
So that's the way it's going to happen now. We actually are working on with the advertising PPI or the advertising API to hopefully be able to pull that data automatically. The problem is because of the amount of keywords that we allow you to paste here, that could get really crazy because it would literally have to go through each one. So we kind of decided we'd rather have have it do this way rather than doing it that way. The other thing that you can do, which is fairly easy, is you can actually set the max bid. You can match the max bid to each one of these bids and then go into the ad group after you've created it and then update, like in Amazon Seller Central, you can actually select keywords and hit apply suggested bid in bulk. So that's one way that you can do it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep. So, all right. So this is what's cool. So now we've got this all set, right? So actually, let me add some data here. So I don't know if I've got my screen shared or I think I've got the whole thing shared so I can show you the actual result. Okay, so we got everything entered here, like quick and easy. Then we hit add data, right? All right, so you can see it right up here. We've got 2,134 rows. Imagine if you had to do this manually. All right, so then we've got that. We hit download. If this happens, it's a pop-up blocker, so you have to say accept. We get a lot of support on this, and it's like, sometimes the pop-up blocker is the bane of our existence. But anyway, okay, so we got the download here. So we're going to go ahead and open that, and I'm just going to show you what this tool does, which is amazing. Once you see it, like, holy smokes. All right, so you can see here we've got ad groups, And we've done this. We've done this all automatically now. So we got ad group once dash broad, right? So we got all our broad campaigns or all our broad keywords here. And then you'll see we got phrase. And then you see down here, we got exact. And here are all the keywords that we just added and all the bids that we just added. Now you upload this to Amazon and now this campaign creates itself. So now you just took, once again, hours of work and you cut it down to almost nothing. The way that we do this too is it gives you really good organization off the bat because you've got all your keywords separated, which is really, really sweet. Now you can also do something cool that we just added because of the, I should have had this running in the background. I'll do that now. So what's really cool too is we added the ability to, we'll go to restart. We added the ability to add product targeting. And this tool is really cool too, because you can do a giant list. Once again, on Amazon, you have to add each ASIN manually, which is a total pain in the rear, right? So now you can set up, right? So now you can set up a product targeting campaign. I'm not going to go through, it's pretty much the same process. You're setting most of the same options here. The only difference is when you go down here, instead of keywords, you're adding ASINs onto this products area. And like I said, one way you can do it is you can do it manually.
Y'all, this keyword tool is free. I use it every single day, and it gives you ASIN lists. It gives you competition for those keywords. It tells you how many reviews, the average price, whether there are headline reviews. It's really good.
Right. So what we're doing here is we're pulling data from Amazon to give us our, once again, the competition. The volume is now blank, but like I said, we have some plans hopefully to fill that data with the new Amazon data that just got released, hopefully. But nobody has access to this volume data. If they're giving it to you, they're guessing. So for us, we decided not to guess, and we're just going to hold out till we get a better solution for that. Another reason why we don't rely super heavily on keyword tools for our platform is because we really trust Listing Lightning and the algorithm we built there to give you the best keywords. But this is still a really, really good reference for things like PPC. All right, so we go through here, and there's a lot of keywords. I should have done something a little bit more narrow. Let's see if it'll actually give it to me. Anyway, once you pull all these keywords, you can click this button here that says Get ASINs, right? And let's see if it actually got some yet. Sometimes it needs to go to the end of the process. If not, I'll do something. Okay, here we go. So you can see here, this tool just gave me this huge list. So water bottle with time marker, water bottle with brush. These are all the ASINs that show up when you search for water bottle with time marker, water bottle with straw. Like look at how many ASINs these are. And these are all very, very, very relevant to what your product is, what your product is relevant for. Like, so you can target now a huge swath of keywords, products that are going to be super ultra related to your product without having to go and dig out page by page or search through Amazon and grab each one of these manually. So this is really cool. So now what you would do here is you would copy all of these.
Andy!
and then you would paste them into, on Seller SEO, you would paste the products here. And then you just hit add data again and download and then upload back to Amazon once again. So you've just created like a giant campaign. Now, the difference between keyword and product targeting is product targeting isn't relevancy based. So you could put in a huge amount of, or at least I don't think it's relevancy based, because from what I've seen, I can pretty much target any ASIN I want. And I think Amazon doesn't care because there's a lot of products that may not relate keyword wise, but might relate very much so, as an accessory or something like that. So don't necessarily, think that you're not going to be shown because it's not relevant in keyword wise. It most likely will still show if you bid correctly.